Hello, this is the 225 Q&A test. Plaintiff attorney is Mr. Anderson, Anderson. Defense is Mr. Brady, Brady. Again, plaintiff attorney Mr. Anderson, Anderson. Defense is Mr. Brady, Brady. This is going to start off with plaintiff. This is a court format, and defense will be coming in as well. Here we go. Ready? Could you describe that process for the jury, please? Sure. Deputy Kevin Hahn is also an evidence technician within the department. He assisted in the processing of a lot of the evidence that we did collect. On April 3rd, we were requested to go where we had stored Cherie's vehicle. Investigator Watkins and Agent Aniston had requested that we do DNA swabs of both door handles, interior and exterior, as well as the hood latch to the vehicle and the battery cables under the hood. Directing your attention to the hood latch. And now I'm going to have you look at exhibit number 90. Tell us what it is that we're looking at, please. This would be a photograph of the hood latch to Cherie's vehicle. And just so a jury member or all of the jury members understand, what is a hood latch? Well, it secures the hood to the vehicle. It locks it in. All right, on my vehicle, or at least on most vehicles, there's a release or a button on the inside of the vehicle. Are you familiar with those? Yes, I am. But is there another safety button or another latch that is always on the hood? Yes, and that would be on the hood latch. All right, did you again ever have to swab or collect any other material from Cherie Bacon's hood latch? Yes, I did. Would you describe for the jury that process, please? How was that done? Sure, when you swab for any type of evidence on the scene, you have a cotton tip test, kind of like a big Q-tip. You also have distilled water, and the tip is sterile as well, so you're taking it from a fresh package. You take your distilled water, and you would, not touching the cotton tip test, but you would drop 2 to 3 drops of this water onto the cotton tip test. You then take that test and swab the area in which you were testing in. Could you point to the large screen, please, and tell the jury where it was that you swabbed? That is, what area of the hood latch was swabbed by this test. Sure, it was this area right in here. Now I am going to show you what has been marked for identification as exhibit number 94. Because it still contains biological material, I'm not going to have you open it, but I would ask you if you're able to identify this exhibit, please. Yes, it's got the evidence tag that I personally wrote out, and it states that it contains the swab containing some possible DNA evidence from the hood latch of Cherie's vehicle. Okay, thank you. If I could have just a moment, Judge. Your Honor, I would move the admission of the exhibits. I think it's 79 through 94 at this time, and I have no further questions of this witness. Thank you very much. Is there any objection, counsel? Do you have any objection? What was number 90, Your Honor? Number 90 is a photo of a hood latch of the Bacon's vehicle. Okay, I have no objection. All right, they are received. Do you have any cross, counsel? Officer, you indicated that you are currently in a position of, you are in like a supervisory role with the Sheriff's Department? Yes, that is correct. And I think you indicated that you had been trained back in 1984 as an evidence tech. It was in 1994. That is correct. Okay, have you had any follow-up training or classes since 1994? Well, maybe in 1995, 96, or 97. In the early stages, I had some updates with photography and things like that. But no, most of my training now would consist of supervisory training. Between 1994 and now, was the majority of your duties or your responsibilities involving evidence tech or evidence collecting, or was it general policy duties? The majority of my duties are general police duties. If we have a crime that occurred in the county and I would be dispatched to that, you know, there were 5 officers in our department at that time that were evidence technicians. If I was on duty, or even if I was not on duty, I could get a call at my house to come out to process the scene. So if we had a crime, yeah, we would have to respond to it. Did this training consist of a couple of classes at the Valley Center, or possibly like a week-long training somewhere? It was a week-long training class held by Martin Dunn. He was an officer to the Charleston Police Department. He put on the training. I think it was at Midwest Technical College, and it was, I believe it was 1 full week. So it was something that was held locally? Yes, it was. Now, your first duty involved in this investigation was, to my understanding, to secure the Ford Fiesta. Is that correct? That is correct. Did you do any processing of any evidence at the scene of the Ford Fiesta? No, I personally did not. I don't want to minimize your role, but essentially you stood watch of the vehicle. Correct. Initially, I was, I had to make sure nobody got near the vehicle or nobody touched the vehicle due to the inclement weather. We had bad storms that were approaching. Agent Aniston was on location, I think, other DCI officers, and we were making measures to make sure that no evidence that was possibly on the exterior of the vehicle would be destroyed with the incoming storm. So they had gone and gotten a tarp and very carefully tried to protect the vehicle from the elements that were approaching, as there was a mist in the air and the rain was coming. So they were doing that type of stuff. Once your role as security or securing the area or the vehicle was completed, were you involved in processing any of that at the scene? With the Ford Fiesta, you mean? That is correct. Did you help process the vehicle? No, I was not involved with that task. So the next role or duty within this investigation would have been when you were assigned to a search team to search the trailer? Well, there were a few things I did prior to the execution of the search warrant of the trailer. We had several canines on the property that were searching the whole area. All right, so we do have a word list. We've got Sheree Bacon, capital S-H-I-R-E-E, Bacon, B-A-C-O-N. Investigator Watkins, capital I-N-V-E-S-T-I-G-A-T-O-R. Watkins, capital W-A-T-K-I-N-S. Deputy Kevin Hahn, capital D-E-P-U-T-Y. Kevin, capital K-E-V-I-N. Hahn, capital H-A-U-N. Agent Aniston, capital A-G-E-N-T. Aniston, capital A-N-I-S-T-O-N. DCI is all caps, capital D, capital C, capital I, no periods, no spaces. Valley Center, capital V-A-L-L-E-Y. Center, capital C-E-N-T-E-R. Martin Dunn, capital M-A-R-T-I-N. Dunn, capital D-U-N-N. Ford Fiesta, capital F-O-R-D. Fiesta, capital F-I-E-S-T-A. Charleston Police Department, capital C-H-A-R-L-E-S-T-O-N. Police, capital P on police. Department, capital D on department, because it's a particular police department. Midwest Technical College. Midwest is one word, capital M-I-D-W-E-S-T. Technical, capital T-E-C-H-N-I-C-A-L. College, capital C on college. And that is it for the word list. So that concludes our 225 Q&A test. Good luck.